It was late, nearly 11 p.m., when Mia received the call. The delivery company was short-staffed, and she was the only one left to take the last order of the night. She didn't mind money was tight, and the tips for late-night deliveries were good. The address was unfamiliar, but the instructions were clear. Deliver to apartment 3B, Pinneview Apartments. No one is home, leave it at the door. Mia quickly loaded the pizza into her car and drove across town. The streets were quiet, eerily so, with only the occasional car passing. She arrived at Pinneview Apartments about 15 minutes later, the building looming in the darkness like a giant. The parking lot was nearly empty, save for one rusted car in the corner. Mia took the pizza and walked toward the entrance. The lobby was dimly lit, the smell of stale air lingering. She found the elevator and pressed the button for the third floor. The elevator creaked as it moved, but it was nothing out of the ordinary. When it stopped, the doors slid open to a narrow, poorly lit hallway. Mia glanced down at the slip of paper with the address, apartment 3B. She knocked on the door, but there was no answer. It was strange that no one was home, considering it was an apartment and people were usually awake at this hour. Mia set the pizza on the ground and prepared to leave, when she noticed something odd. A faint, yellow light was leaking from under the door, even though the hallway was dark. Curiosity nudged her forward, and she gently turned the doorknob. To her surprise, it was unlocked. The door swung open, revealing a small, empty apartment. The furniture was sparse, just a couch, a few chairs, and a small kitchen. The air inside was thick, as if it had been undisturbed for years. But what caught her attention were the walls. They were covered in strange markings, symbols scrawled in dark ink, twisting in unsettling patterns. Her heart started to race. The pizza box trembled in her hands as she stepped forward, drawn to the symbols. The silence around her was suffocating. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind her. She spun around, panic rising in her chest. The room felt colder now, the darkness pressing in on her. The markings on the walls seemed to move, crawling like living things. Her breath quickened, but before she could turn to run, a voice echoed in the room, cold and harsh. "You shouldn't have come." Mia stumbled backward, her back hitting the wall as she tried to scream, but no sound came. She reached for the door, but it wouldn't open. And then, from the corner of the room, something began to move.